This owner trained her cat to ask for food. Whenever he felt hungry, she taught him to ring a small bell on her shoulder. That ringing meant food would come before long. The cat understood the bell was the key to getting fed. After that, he started ringing nonstop every time the owner was busy working or walked over to see what was happening. Most of the time, the cat would just stare at her like he was asking, "So, you gonna pay the bill or what?" This guy spends every single day collecting plastic bottles on the streets just to care for his sick mother. And he doesn't even do it alone, his dog does half the work. The little dog runs around excitedly, and whenever it sees an empty bottle, it loses its mind. Doesn't matter whose it is, or grabs it, carries it, brings it straight to its owner. Because guess what? Nobody else cares about those bottles. For them, it's survival. So the dog is basically supporting the family too. And after all that, this amazing dog only got one like? I can't. So apparently monkeys are as smart as humans, because this woman went into the forest with wooden sticks stuck to our arm, yes, our arm, to test a monkey. And the monkey's reaction will shock you. It easily removed the sticks like it was nothing. Then the woman turned her back, and she had a surprise for him. The genius monkey immediately grabbed the cakes from the bag, unwrapped them, and started eating. But why did this adorable monkey only get you? Like, what?
This owner heard that placing ice on a dog's fur would reveal their true personality, so he decided to put it to the test. First up was the Chihuahua. The moment the ice touched its fur, it gave this tiny, almost villainous reaction, like it was plotting something. Then came the Poodle, which was all sweet and cute at first, but as soon as the ice hit, it totally freaked out. Next was the Sheltie, who just went full Zen mode, sitting there like it was meditating on the cold sensation. But the real plot twist came when the Shiba Inu, the hyperactive one, had its turn. It was the only dog that immediately realized the ice was just frozen water. Yet, surprise, no treats for any of them. Look, just as this girl was about to get on the elephant, something completely unexpected happened. The elephant first lifted its leg like a smart human, and gently helped the girl climb onto its back. But the girl accidentally dropped the stick she was holding onto the ground. Then the elephant used its trunk to pick up the stick, and handed it back to her. After seeing this, everyone quietly gave a like to this intelligent and adorable elephant. This girl said she had the cutest and fluffiest cat in the world, but nobody believed her. From a distance, it looked like a mischievous little cat was about to leap right out of the box. At first, the cat was too shy to show itself in front of everyone. But in the end, the moment people saw how adorable this tiny fluffball was, everyone liked the video. A woman saw her dog come back from the forest carrying a baby raccoon, and immediately pulled out her phone to record a video. She was shocked because the dog had just gone into the forest, and here it was, walking in perfect sync with the raccoon like they were long-lost soulmates. Naturally, the woman was worried the raccoon might bite her kids, so she wouldn't let it inside. But her dog refused to leave its new buddy's side. So, they spent the entire day wandering around together. When they got tired, they just crashed outside, side by side. Watching them, you'd think they were long-lost friends reunited. But nope, not a single thank you, or like, for their efforts. An otter that enjoys meeting new people was left in the care of 3 girls for a day as a challenge from his owner. They agreed with confidence, expecting a simple task. However, the situation quickly became unpredictable. He first attempted to jump into a fountain, then lay flat on the ground and refused to move. Shortly after, he began running around unpredictably. At one point, his behavior startled a man enough to make him leave his table. By the time the owner returned, the girls were visibly exhausted. Despite everything, they concluded that while he was quite mischievous, he was also incredibly adorable.
This dog lost all her puppies in a terrible house fire, and she got so heartbroken that she stopped eating and drinking altogether. So her family decided to give her a sweet surprise. They placed a little box in the garden, and inside it was an adorable little puppy. The moment this mama dog saw him, she immediately decided he was one of her own, and she started playing with him like crazy. The sadness on her face disappeared in an instant. But even after all that, she still didn't get a single like and subscribe, people. This little bird had a rough day and ended up slipping into the pond. A kind boy stepped up to rescue it, but the frightened bird kept falling back. Overwhelmed with fear, it refused to cooperate and kept dropping into the water. The boy stayed totally chill the whole time, fully aware it was just stressed and trapped. He used a mop as a safe tool, carefully lifting the bird to dry land. He held it softly to rest and regain strength before it took flight. A quiet, meaningful little rescue, but somehow it only earned 2 likes. So these 2 dogs fought over a truth, not the food. Instead of splitting it fairly, the owner gave the black dog a way smaller piece. Naturally, he got sad. Next day, same thing, white dog gets a big slice, black dog gets a crumb. Broke his spirit even more, just to stop the fighting. From then on, every time the owner gave food, the black dog refused to eat and gently touched the white dog with his paw, like saying, feed him first. And he did that every single day. The owner finally remembered fairness exists, but the dog didn't get a single like or subscribe.
Look at this brave little boy. His poor mom is very sick. If she doesn't get medicine soon, she might not survive. So he steps outside to perform dangerous stunts for the crowd. He needs to save her life, but sadly, nobody even looks at him. No one cares. The boy feels really sad, but then he remembers his sick mom waiting at home. so he tries even harder. He puts his whole heart into making people smile, hoping he can save his mom. Everyone, smile and give him 1 like for his effort.
This guy came up with a supposedly smart way to walk his dogs without exhausting himself. He attached their collars to his electric scooter and let them take the lead. The funny part? The dogs had so much energy, they occasionally outpaced the scooter. Along the way, they turned the whole thing into a game, jumping over mushroom-shaped planters like it was an obstacle course. So really, the scooter was just there for emotional support. This dog walk deserves a medal for the dogs. The man just deserves a nap. This little idiot wanted to learn to swim. First paw in the pool, panic, straight back out. So the owner got in the water too, just to keep her company. Even gave her a stupid little kiss for encouragement. Slowly, she worked up the nerve to try again, tiny paws paddling for the very first time. Next day, lies in the lake now. Great.
This guy might have one of the most relaxing yet also one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. He earns $67 an hour just to place road markings. Sounds easy, right? But it's not as chill as it seems. He has to line them up perfectly while the truck keeps moving. One tiny mistake, and the whole road could be ruined. Would you take on this job?
Chinese people are actually geniuses. Like, seriously. They take a disaster zone and turn it into straight-up art. First, they fill steel rods with concrete, then wrap mesh all around them. After that, they slap cement onto the mesh and hand-sculpt it into tree branches. Once it dries, they polish it until it looks gorgeous and incredibly real. Birds can't even tell the difference. Bird's internal monologue, hold on, I don't remember this tree being here. This woman casually stepped near some stray dogs, and she was totally caught off guard when they bolted toward her instantly. Swarming right up close, they leaped around wildly, acting like they'd been waiting ages to see her again. Long ago, she ran into these poor hungry pups and took the time to feed them with care. That small act of kindness stuck with them, and they've remembered her ever since. The level of loyalty and recognition here is genuinely moving. Still, this lovely, caring woman is stuck with just 2 sad little likes. The man raised his hand in front of the food dispenser, and cat food dropped out immediately. The first cat saw this and raised his paw too. To his surprise, it worked. The second cat gave it a try and got a treat. Finally, it was the third cat's turn, but nothing happened. He tried every move he could think of. No food came out. Soon he looked defeated. What he didn't know was that his owner was secretly operating the machine from his phone. Seeing the cat's expression, the owner finally tapped the button, and the cat got some too. The cat was still a little sad, because he only got 1 piece. This horse was in extreme pain. The owner checked and found a rocket stuck in its hoof. He removed it quickly, but the horse was still hurting. So he trimmed the hoof, cut away the black damaged part, and carefully made a horseshoe. Moments later, the horse walked fine. Sadly, this caring owner didn't get a single like. Orca saw a tiny stuffed orca toy and immediately decided I was its baby. It got weirdly excited, tongue out like it wanted to lick you. A little girl asked if it wanted to see the toy, and sadly, it did a pathetic little dance, then stepped forward to grab it. After that, she held it up in a corner so Orca could see. Orca gave a little squeak, like welcome, little friend, but still, not a single like or subscribe.